Hi guys, my original video to this had some music that was copyrighted, so I am just, after taking it down, I'm putting this one back up for my summer daytime natural makeup look. So anyone who hasn't watched it, enjoy. So I'm preparing my skin for makeup application today. I'm just gonna clip this bit of fringe back, and the first thing I'm going to do, my face is all cleansed, I am going to get a piece of ice and I'm going to run this over my skin. The ice on the skin really helps to shrink and minimize those pores. And I'm going to use my moisturizer. 24-hour hydrating roche posay moisturizer with an SPF of 20 in it. We will let that dry for a few minutes, and next I'm going to use Estee Lauder Illuminating Perfecting Primer before I put on my makeup. It also goes into any of the pores so that the makeup sits nicely on top of it, and it adheres better when it's on top of a primer. Apply a nice amount of primer and really work that into the skin, into the pores, so the skin is nice and smooth for the next application. And we leave that to air dry for a couple of minutes. This is Bobbi Brown Natural Finish SPF Beige 3, and I'm going to apply this now with my damp sponge application. We're going to apply a nice even layer of this foundation to the skin, working in to the hairline, up by the ears, and we're going to not go too far up around the eyes because we're going to put concealer on later on. We're going to work into the jaw area and blend it nicely into the neck so as not to create any stark lines. I'm using two concealers today, so I have the number 7 Instance Radiance Concealer, which is hyperallergenic and it has light reflecting lotion to chase away under eyeshadows and reduce the appearance of puffiness. So I'm just going to use the depotement method of lightly tapping around the eye area, tapping the product into the skin. The tapping motion helps to relieve any puffiness, get it right in there to the inner corner, the outer corner and the upper eyelid to really brighten up that area. And then I'm going to use the Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer, which is a bit of a thicker consistency than the number 7, and I'm just going to lightly dot that on the inner corner and around the orbicularis oculi bone of the face and work that in. I'm also going to spot correct there on the side of my neck and apply that in a couple of areas, and then I'm going to put a little bit on the places that I really want to illuminate and brighten. So I'm going to put some in between my eyebrows, in the middle of my forehead, down the middle of my nose, and on any areas around my mouth and face that I just want to be more highlighted. Rather than to have any dark areas, I'm going to be bringing them forward with a bit of light. So I'm just going to work that in with my fingertips. If I was doing this on somebody else, I would be using the brushes, but for myself, I feel the fingertips are much better at blending in than any of the other products that I have, the other tools. And as you can see, that's really brightening up that area all around the eye. Just keep using the tapping motion, and this area around the mouth I really want to brighten up. And you can see my face is looking nice and fresh. Now I'm going to add my MAC. This is the medium powder, and I'm putting it right around the very top of my forehead and on my cheekbones. I'm putting it all around the outside of my face in the areas that I want to draw back from, that I don't want to be more prominent. Next we are going to use eyeshadow palette of the Sleek Eye Divine Mineral Based Eyeshadow Palette. Oh So Special 658. And I'm going to start with the lightest color on the eyeshadow palette, which would be lighter than my own skin tone, and it's always best for your base to be, you know, lighter than your own skin tone or roughly around the same. So I'm going to work that in through the eyelid all the way up to the arch underneath the eyebrow. That's the way I like to start mine. And then I would like to try and define my brow, and I'm going to use this beautiful brows dark brown, and this little brush is the brush that I actually got with this set, so it's a nice soft tapered. I do it quite heavy over the full brow at the beginning, and then later on I will remove the bulb to lighten that area up. So I'm making a nice straight line. I'm lucky enough that I have a nice shape eyebrow, so I don't need any help with shaping the brows. There's sometimes you could be using a stencil and colouring in there. I have an outline as well because I have a bit of embroidery done on my brows. So I'm just going to fill in any of them areas. And before you have your eyes done, it can look a bit stark and heavy on the brows, but when you have the rest of the eyes done, it really makes a difference. So I have this kind of warm yellowy orangey colour, and I'm going to work this into the very crease. You can see that it's going into the, you can nearly put your brush into the very, you know, bone underneath, and work that in nice soft motions back and forth, and then working it out at the corner and up, because we like to work it up at the corner of the brow when you get to a certain age. I'm going to work that in a little bit at the very corner of the bottom lid, and then you can see that's a nice golden yellowy mustardy kind of a colour. And so that's always going to be the medium kind of colour that goes into the crease of your eye. And again, I'm going to be using this Royal FM, the eye brush number 2, and it's number 0264. And I'm going to blend a little bit with that. So your medium colour is, you have a light, medium, and then you're going to use a darker colour that's really going to make the big difference, and you're going to put that just over the top lid, mostly on the outside corner of the eye and halfway in. So I'm just going to work that darker colour in and blend the lines of it to make it softer, so that it's really one colour blended into the other. And then I'm going to apply a little bit of the darkest colour to the underneath line, and just a light little line, very lightly, halfway across my eye, because I want it, and rising upwards because I want to lift the eye up slightly. And now I'm going to use a really soft headed brush, and that one is also a Royal FM brush. I don't know if they even still do the Royal FM brushes. I have them absolutely years, probably not long after I was in college. So this one is the one that I'm really going to blend that all in with. I'm just going to remove a few particles there that fell down with a fan brush on the side of the face. And then I'm just going to work on removing a bit of the bulb of these brows to make them a little bit lighter, a little bit more natural. So you can see my eyes are more crepey, as you know, I'm in my 40s, and so the skin is softer there. So the dark color around this area will help to draw back from that, and it's always best to use a matte color rather than anything that has a shine in it, because a shine will illuminate the crepiness rather than distract from it. So the bit of the darker color will help to take that back. The joys of getting older. I still think I'm only in my 20s till I look in the mirror sometimes. So I just used a bit of the blending brush, work them upwards again, soften up those lines and work that up. And give that a good blending. I'm very used to using my fingertips during my own makeup application. I'm just taking another bit of the darkest color and working that in to the very corner again. You can go as light or as heavy with this. Like if I was going to have this look for a more of an evening look, I would go heavier again for the change of lights. You can see the color of the eyes is really starting to pop. Browns and creams are really great for green eyes. So I'm going to work a bit of eyeliner from the very inner corner of the eyes, a thin line all the way up. And this eyeliner is my very favorite eyeliner. This is Maybeline New York Hyperprecise All Day Matte. And it has a beautiful, really sharp felt tip. And just going to work that out to really give a bit of definition there to the eyes, because I'm not going to wear any lashes today, any false lashes, because it's a daytime look. And now I'm going to use mascara. So usually I always have false eyelashes, semi-permanent classic lashes on, and I've had them on for the last few years. I might take a couple of months break, and so I'm not really used to wearing mascara on my own eyes. I've been putting on eyelash serum to help my eyelashes grow. Being in lockdown, I've had to take a break from my lashes, which is a good thing really, and get back used to wearing the mascara. So because I'm not used to wearing mascara, I like to wear a waterproof one, because I find being so used to being able to touch my lashes, and now I can't, the waterproof one is less inclined to smudge. So this one is like by Catrice Cosmetics, and it's called Lashes to Kill Mascara, waterproof volume mascara. And then we're going to apply the blusher. So I have Bourjois Blush Paris Rose Ombre number 74, and I'm using the Milad Opez blusher brush, and I'm going to work, you know, upward towards from the cheek up to the temple, and getting the apple area up towards the temple. And I want a nice soft glowy look, so this is kind of pinky peachy color. I want it to be a warm color because I feel like the summer look should be a warm look on your face. I want to feel like I have that summer glow. Then for your many colors to suit my lips, so this is the one that I go for. And then my Marc Jacobs gloss is really luxuriously soft, and it is one that you have to reapply now and again. You can see my makeup look is coming together nicely. And now we're going to apply the Marc Jacobs gloss, which is a much lighter shade than the lip liner, and I like the contrast between the two. Sometimes I wear this and sometimes I wear my Maybelline 16-hour lipstick in a darker shade. This is more my daytime look, and then the darker shades are for the evening time. You wouldn't really want to overdo your lips when you're wearing a lot of eye makeup. So if you're wearing a red lip, you would have very much less eye makeup on. But with a natural lip, you can do that eyes that bit more. I'm going to finish this off all with a bit of NYX setting spray. So that's the end result with our summertime daytime look. It's nice and glowy and dewy and is nice and fresh. So that's my makeup look for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will do a more in-depth eyeshadow for beginners tutorial. It's just a basic makeup tutorial. If you'd like to see the follow-up videos, just press the subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.